If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
So now MSNBC's Reid taking a cue from the last Biden campaign, saying that black voters will look, quote, real weird if they don't vote for Kamala Harris. So watch this.
You're going to look real crazy being on the other side of that line, particularly as a person of color, but really as anyone who claims to have any connection to the culture. You're going to look real weird and real lonely on that side.
So let's turn to Fox News contributor and civil rights attorney Leo Terrell. So Leo, thank you for being here. First of all, would you feel real weird about not voting for Vice President Harris?
No, but Joy Reid and Kamala Harris, Edward, can call me weird and crazy because I'm voting for President Trump. You see, the Democrats do not want to talk about Kamala Harris' policies. This is a rabbit hole. They want to play the race card to distract. I'm voting for Trump because I want a secure border. I want low prices. I don't like inflation. On the other hand, you got Kamala Harris, Edward, who wants open borders, who wants to eliminate ICE, who compares ICE with the KKK. I don't like those policies, but they insult the intelligence of every black American because they're asking black Americans to vote based on skin color. I am an American who wants a strong country, and that's why I'm voting for Donald Trump.
And that's the distinction, is trying to get back to the policy and see what she actually stands for related to this. And what do you think about Democrats constantly turning to this narrative of shaming voters? Because clearly the Democrats believe that minority voters are their key to win.
They cannot win without the black vote. If Donald Trump, Edward, gets anywhere between 18 to 20% of the black vote, game over. But they only have the race card to play. You know, I mean, think about it. What Joy Reid is saying to every black American is, forget how empty your pocketbook is. Forget about the gas prices. You are obligated to vote for her because of skin color. That is insulting and ridiculous. So I think what the Democrats are doing and what that montage is basically to use the emotional race card. One other point, that video you played when Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black, that is the #1 reason why I left the Democrats in 2020 and became a Trump Republican.
So the New York Times cites that in 2020, Biden won support from 92% of black voters. But recent polls show that Biden was struggling to maintain that. And in national surveys, about 15% of black voters say they would support former President Trump, an increase from 2020. Do you think that black voters will be energized now by Vice President Kamala Harris?
Absolutely not. And I want to be clear on your program right now. President Trump will receive the largest black vote for a Republican in the last 50 years. And I will submit to you that the Hispanic vote is going to follow. Why? Because the Hispanics do not like that open border policy. Look, you have a video montage of Kamala Harris wants to decriminalize illegal crossings. I mean, this is outrageous. She is so liberal. She's more liberal than the Squad. So George McGovern, Walter Mondale, step aside. You're going to have company. She's going to lose by a landslide in November 2024.
Yeah, and it goes back to the policies, and eventually the media will get back to talking about what she believes for. Leo Terrell, incredible insight as always. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.